What's going on, y'all? Quick little charting session, man. I just got home from work and said, why not? So y'all gotta excuse me. I'm gonna be eating. I'm gonna be eating and talking to y'all, give y'all some game. So make sure you guys send this to at least one person. All right, send this to at least one person. Leave a like, comment, all that good stuff. All right, make sure you guys subscribe. I'm gonna go over some stuff. Let me know if you guys have been having a good week, man. I haven't done too much this week at all. Not really a lot of setups, right? Not really a lot of things that I like personally, right? So there have been some good setups on like the daily and stuff like that. But as far as continuation, day trades, it hasn't been a lot. A lot of the plays lately kind of just had to already be in on the swing, right? So there's been some decent moves, but like Google, unless you're buying a dip intraday, it hasn't been a lot of really good continuation on it. Same thing with like MSTR has actually been pretty good this week. Coinbase, good. I know people made money on both of those. So we're gonna see what we see, man. All right, we're just gonna go through and see what we see here. You guys should see my screen popping up here now, and you guys know you always start off by analyzing SPY, right? So you want to always start off for analyzing SPY. Let me see, Joseph, what's going on, Joseph? Oh wait, what's going on, dog? How you doing? ACHR, is that a stock? If it's a stock, I have to take a look at that. What's up, how's it going? Thanks for the knowledge. Oh yeah, no problem at all. It's what I love to do. I don't never see this stuff as work. I just love to do it. I was gonna be charting tonight anyway, so I said I might as well just hop on. All right, you always start with SPY. Now, this is a little bit tricky, and it really is not a good signal. You know, not a great signal. So basically what we have here is SPY has been forming a triangle pattern because we've been consolidating, right? This is why you haven't been getting a lot of continuation lately. It's because SPY has not been getting continuation because it has been in a triangle. But you got to think about it. Look at the run that we've had on SPY. The market has to consolidate in order to make its next move, okay? We just moved from June 23rd to July 3rd. We went from 392 to 626. That's an insane move on the overall market, right? So we had to consolidate. And I kind of been telling my group, watch out, for the consolidation on SPY and QQQ, and I gave the levels to look out for, right? But today we opened above that, and we sold all the way off. Now, we sold off at our resistance, and we closed right on it, right on the edge of being a bearish engulfing. All right, so what's a bearish engulfing? A bearish engulfing is when you have a green candle and the following candle is a red candle that engulfs the entire green candle before that. Now, what I also want to point out to you is look at the volume. Look at the volume. All right, so we do have a bearish engulfing at resistance on SPY. That's not a great sign. That doesn't mean the market just gonna get bearish, right? But could you see some downward movement? Yes, but also keep in mind it's earnings season, so anything can happen, right? So it's honestly the best thing to do right now is kind of size down until we get the big names out the way, banks and all of that good stuff, right? Look at QQQ. Not quite a bearish engulfing, but a very nice sell-off on QQQ, right back down under the key level. All right, so it's gonna make it hard to kind of look at some things just because the overall market is gonna be very tricky right now, which is always gonna be a thing. People always say, "Oh, the market's gonna be tricky in this spot." The market has a great way of always making you stay on your toes. It's good at doing that. So first stop we'll look at here is Google. See, Google came up, hit 184, 185, came right back down. In my opinion, I think you're gonna get another opportunity to catch this thing back around 81 to 80. I think you'll be able to catch a retest down here, 81, 80, somewhere around there. I think that's very possible. I think that's where I really, really, really want to grab, some good Google contracts down there. Hood kind of been consolidating, kind of stuck between 90 and 101. It's knocking on the door of trying to break out again. So it's kind of just consolidating up here at the top. What I will tell you though is this is going to be a nice day trade whenever it does break out. Look what you have. Take a look. This is what makes a good day trade in my opinion. Take a look at this. It's going to go. It's going to go. All right? That is what this is telling you. Robinhood, if it breaks 101, holds above that, it's going to go. All right, watch out for Robinhood. Okay, watch out for Robinhood above 101. This is gonna be perfect. Let's see what else we got. SMCI. One of our picks that is finally starting to take off. At this point, it could really start running, right? It could really start running at this point here. At 53, you cleared this 51, 52 area. Things could get very, very crazy up here, right? So don't be surprised if you start to see these things start, moving a little bit. Take a look at the volume as well, right? The volume here compared to the volume all up in here. All right, so this is a nice breakout. This breakout is probably going to be legit. Boeing kind of is inching up. Uber has fell down, so Uber had a hard time trying to get to that 100, couldn't do it, so it has came back down to 92. It still has a gap to fill down to 85, so we'll see. But yeah, Uber struggles up there above that 94 area. Apple is a stock that's gonna take off. Apple's gonna take off, but it's gonna be almost impossible to time it. It's probably gonna have some news one day that's gonna send it flying like $6-7, and you're gonna miss it. But nonetheless, Apple is in a bull flag, right? This is a bull flag. Only thing that's gonna hold it down is, I think it's right here at the 200 MA. Let me add this on here. Yeah, Apple is bull flagging right under the 200 MA, right? So the 200 can act as a place of support or resistance as well, right? So when you're taking a look at Apple here, as long as it's under the 200 MA, it's gonna be kind of choppy and popping up, getting shot back down. But when it does close above, it's probably gonna go. You also have a gap to fill, the 221. So Apple looks good. I don't know how long it's gonna take it to go, but whenever it does, it's gonna be gone. Coinbase still looks decent. Probably gonna go to all-time highs. Shopify. We got Oracle. MU, HIMS, Nvidia popped up today. ACB. The Dow. Tesla not doing anything. Meta, wow, I didn't know Meta came down today. Meta's at 710, all right. Meta at 710. I don't trade Meta a whole lot though. Microsoft still kind of popping up. Bitcoin took off. Lyft, PayPal, just kind of holding the 200 MA. Yeah. Honestly, guys, not a lot that looks good, especially for a day trade tomorrow. I don't see anything that I'd be like, oh yeah, that looks amazing for a day trade tomorrow. Probably the best thing that looks decent for a possible day trade is SMCI, just because they're breaking out and you can just kind of look to take it above the highs. Besides that, save your money. Save your money, y'all. I'm telling you. Save your money. So you guys said XYZ. Let me look at XYZ. Uber had went over that one. I don't really like it. I don't really like it either way. Not something I would touch. I would just leave it alone. I ain't gonna lie. See, I probably won't even be trading tomorrow morning. Unless I can catch SMCI on some momentum. Or if we can catch Google to get momentum above 185, which at this point now, I mean, it's just kind of inching up towards that target. Yeah, y'all, it's not a whole lot that looks too great. I'm not gonna lie. Best thing you can do right now is preserve your capital. Wait on the sidelines. Yep, IWM came down a little bit, came and hit exactly on my target too right there, and came right back down. This was an inverse head and shoulders pattern here. So the same pattern that Google has right now, IWM has it, right? So yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. probably doesn't look like a good trading day for tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie. Hmm. I gotta give y'all something though. I'll give y'all something, alright? This is the play that I'm watching. Now this doesn't mean that I'm getting in tomorrow. So this does not mean I'm getting in tomorrow, but this is the play that I'm looking at heavily for a longer term swing and shares, okay? This is Lulu. So LULU, Lululemon. They have come down a lot this year, you know, a lot to do with the tariffs and things of that nature. So hopefully it's something that's going to be temporary. But nonetheless, the stock is falling, okay? Now, I like this stock because you may say, well, why do you like this stock? It's coming down. What are you looking at? The thing about stocks when they come down is you have to look at where they come down to, and you have to look at something called divergence, all right? So this is my favorite setup to buy the dip, okay? My favorite buy the dip setup on a stock on the daily and weekly chart is bullish divergence. Bullish divergence is when you have a lower low on the stock. So right here we're looking at the weekly, okay? So the larger the time frame, the larger the possible move. All right. Bullish divergence is when a stock price makes a lower low like this, but the RSI makes a higher low, right? You see how that doesn't add up? So when this happens, you can usually expect the stock to have a very nice bounce. Okay? So some of you may know I've been looking at Lulu for a minute, and you may say, well, why didn't you grab Lulu right here? I didn't grab Lulu right here because I was really looking for a better setup. So yes, it did pop, and I missed this pop, but there's going to be a much larger pop. I'm telling you, there's going to be a much larger pop. And even if you look even further back right here, this is a even crazier bullish divergence play. Honestly, this play is probably gonna be really good. I'm not gonna lie. Look at that. This is some crazy bullish divergence. All right. So what you're gonna be looking for at this point, you're looking for a bullish signal. So you're looking for the weekly chart to put in a bullish hammer or a bullish engulfing. You know, something of that nature to say, okay, well, buyers have started to step in. All right. So you're looking for that, and this is not a play that is going to play out in a week. It might not play out in a month. It may take, I don't know, it may take a while. But this is a stock that I'm going to be buying whenever it's time. All right. So Lulu is setting up to give you a really nice bounce. I'm not saying it's going to be super soon, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm going to make a lot of money off of that in the chat. All right. So that's a little nugget for you guys there. Bullish divergence. Do your homework on bullish divergence. All right. See if you can find some stocks that have it, or see if you can see some stocks that had it in the past. Okay. I'll show you guys a time bullish divergence played out really well. I still have it marked right here. This is lows, okay? So this show you guys, you know, I'll be doing this for a minute. Lows right here. Look at stock price, lower low. So this is kind of what I'm expecting Lulu to look like. Okay, you see how Lulu, Lowe's popped up here, came back down, formed this divergence, and then took off. All right. Lower low on the stock price, higher low on the RSI. And look what happened. Lows end up going from 212 all the way up to 286. Imagine what kind of money you could make on a possible move like that. Imagine Lululemon going up from 220 and you catch this gap fill all the way back up to 329. Just imagine catching that. That would be absolutely crazy. All right. So that's the play that I'm looking for. I see you guys say AMD. I'll look at AMD real quick. Honestly, I can't recommend AMD. We've been buying AMD since here. We just kind of been letting the AMD ride. I had sold a lot of the I sold a lot of my AMDL back when it was getting up in here. I'm still holding some shares, but not nearly as many as I was before. I was up like 250 something. That's kind of where I wanted to be at, and now I'm holding less than 50 at this point now. So, but yeah, the return on it is pretty good. I wish I would have grabbed more down here when it was falling, but everything was falling, so it was kind of hard to catch anything. And then this day right here, if you're a trader, you know Donald Trump put out a tweet and SPY shot up almost 10% in a day, I believe. It was crazy. It was crazy. So yeah, AMD is too late. Don't even think about it at this point. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah. If I like anything, man, it's gonna be Lulu. But that's not a play that I think is gonna play out anytime soon. But you best believe we're gonna make a lot of money off of it. The same way we bought the dip on Tesla, Meta, Google, AMD. We're gonna do the same thing with Lulu, okay? We're gonna do the same exact thing, man, and bank on it, and come back and say, hey, who made money on it? All right. So that's what I like for. I can't even say tomorrow, but that's what I'm looking at here for the upcoming weeks. I want to do a little quick, hop on because I just got off not too long ago, so I'm kind of tired, man. I gotta get up early in the morning to trade, so I'm gonna end it here. I hope this was helpful a little bit. Gave you guys a chart pattern to study, and some things to watch out for. I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys make some money this week. And if this is helpful, just leave a comment, subscribe, and let me know. All right. So I appreciate you guys hopping on this late live, and I'll be doing more of these. I appreciate you guys. Be safe. Have a good one. Make some money this week. See you.